Super late model dash time. On the pole, be number 27, Kenny Stevens.
Kenny Stevens, Rich Roar, Dino Dog, and Mark Southwood.
Kenny had 2 times of 1594, 1597. On his outside, Rich Roar. Rich
Is doing some cleanup duty as he
had 2 times of 1596 and 1603. Back on the inside, Dino Long. Dino had 2 times of 1582, 1589. And your top qualifier tonight, Mark Malquit, had 2 times of 1570 and 1563.
The other guy, Mario, the mystery driver contest, coming up a little bit later on.
One more parade and we'll get started. All right, here we go. Green flag. Kenny Stevens, Rich Roar. Mark Malcolm, Dino Long. Lap 1 going to Kenny Stevens. Malcolm moving to that second spot. Rich Roar third now. Dino Long fourth. White flag coming out this time for Kenny Stevens from Stone Creek. Three of these 4 guys are entered in the Ohio State Late Model Championship Series. Starts Wednesday night, Columbus. Here comes your winner. Mark Malquit, Rich Roar, Dino Long.
Ken Stevens picking up his first checkered flag of the year and running for a while here at the Stone Creek, Ohio, number 21. Takes the helmet dash.
Kenny Stevens, Stone Creek, Ohio.
Stranger to taking that victory lap with the checkered flag as he's done it so many times. As he takes his victory lap, we'll announce the field for the late model helmet dash. Car number 550 from New Philadelphia, Ken Carroll. 7 up from New Philly, Barber Tom Smith. Number 98 from Denison, Wes Gilbreth. And at number 6 from New
I believe that's Kenny's second checker flag of the season.
Big hand for Kenny Stevens. Back in the victory lane once again. And the first of our racing program is in the road here.
All right. Time for the late model dash. 4th fastest qualifier was Kenny Carroll, 5:50. 3rd fastest qualifier is Farmer Smith in 7 up. 2nd fastest qualifier is Wes Galbraith, and your top qualifier is Harold Cool, number 6. Kenny Carroll, your leader, Wes Galbraith in 2nd. Farmer Smith in 3rd and Harold Cool 4th. For Kenny Carroll. Wes Galbraith in 2nd. Farmer Smith in 3rd and Harold Cool 4th. Kenny Carroll. Wes Galbraith was second, Farmer Smith third, and Harold Cool fourth.
Judges Tower with their Ken Carroll cheering shirts on tonight. Ken's car sponsored by Tom Snacks, Ice Tire.
Kenny Carroll's fourth checker flag of the season.
And number 10 is Melissa Shotwell of New Philadelphia. Kevin Locker in car 1C. He's from Somerdale. Number 30 is being driven by Jim Aaron of New Philadelphia. And at number 33, Bart Busby of Bowerston. Fastest qualifiers tonight. Big hand for Kenny Carroll, number 550.
Kenny Carroll, your winner, 550.
Victory.
Hey, John. Yeah. You might have to do all this tonight.
So we have Aaron.
I can't eat my eyes.
Kevin Locker taking his victory lap, sponsored by Washall and Banjo Excavating. Division. First of all, in car number 78, former figure 8 driver here at Midvale Speedway, and usually a person who sits right to the left of the tower, Larry McMillan. And number 90, we have a newcomer here to the racetrack in the green and white car, is Mike Croft. Riding car number 85 from Canton is Bill Zeno. In number 62, Brian Holder.
Mike Crump, is his name?
Croft.
Huh?
And in car number 63, Bob Sibla.
C-R-O-F-T. Croft. C-R-O-F-T.
That's not it. These cars are really getting geared up for the Miller American Championship race, which begins Wednesday night.
Hey, Dick. Going down and try to tape the thing. We're going to try to tape again. If we can.
In case you can't be at that Miller American race Wednesday night or any of the other things that we're going here, Midvale Speedway official video crew providing you flag-to-flag coverage on videotape of all the legs of the Mid-Ohio Mid-American race. There goes the board for our super late model speed race number 21 for the helmet dash in the first race, Kenny Stevens.
Mike Croft. 62, Brian Volk. 85, Phil Vino. 63, Bob Sidla. 21, Kenny Stevens. 7, Rich Royer. 8, Dino Long. 70, Mark Malquit. 86, Mark Bowen. And number 8. Who's that number 8? That's Johnson. Don Johnson? Jack Johnson. Is Mark Bowen, excuse me, and number 8 is Jack Johnson. Super late model heat race. Coming on turn number 2 is number 90. Croft, Bill Vino in 85, Larry McMillan in 78, 21, Kenny Stewart, Dino Long in 80, 62, Brian Volk. It's number 90 yet. At 85, 21, 80, 68, 78, 7, 62, 63, 70. Bill Vino down the inside, trying to get back past Mike Croft. He's coming down the backstretch. Kenny Stevens in the second now. Bill Vito's your leader. Dino Long in second. Kenny Stevens in third. Fourth is Mark Bowen. Fifth, Rich Rohr. Now your new leader on the turn number 2. And Mark Bowen spins out.
Caution flag comes out.
I don't think that lineup's right. I think Phil should be still ahead of Kenny. I think. I think Phil will go back up in the lead.
Jay Yonkers to the ticket booth, please. Never mind. He's going to drive number 77 in the next race.
one takes them tonight. Take them all back home. Ain't nobody here. Got them. Well, you can take bus. Stay right here. All right, here we go. All right, one more parade. Your lineup is Phil Vino in 85, then Kenny Stevens in 21, Dino Long in 87, Rich Rohr 62, Brian Volk 90, it's Mike Croft 70, Mark Malcolm 63, 63 is Bob Sibla 68, Mark Bowen. Stevens spin out in the infield. Phil Vino, Dino Long, Rich Rohr, Mark Malcolm, Brian Volk, Bob Sibla. Flag coming out for Phil Vino. Richie Rohr get down the inside of Dino Long. Malcolm right in there. Vino, Rohr, Long, Malcolm, Volk, Sibla, Bowen, and Croft.
Coming out of turn 2 and into the infield. But he'll be back to Phil Vino, number 85. Got the lineup coming out now for the first of our late model races. We'll give that to you just as soon as Phil returns the checkered flag.
Phil Vino, your super late model heat winner tonight. That's Phil's second checker flag of the night, or season.
Number 11, Kelly Kaltenbaugh driving that car tonight. Number 9, Mr. Jogger.
All right, on the pole will be Ziegler, then Daig on the outside, then Hinckley in 87, Ullman in 981, Ramser, Early, Himes, and Swartz. Jeff Ziegler, 00. Kelly Kaltenbaugh drive 11 tonight. Your leader after lap 1. Jeff Ziegler in 00, Joe Ullman in 981, Terry Hinkle in 87, Tom Early. We got a caution flag out.
This number is off of 00 car, so the caution flag goes out. He'll have to remove that. Keep the racetrack as safe as we possibly can.
Jeff Ziegler on his outside. Here we go. Oh, Kelly Kaltenbaugh. Kelly Kaltenbaugh at number 11 again tonight. Joe Ullman down that second spot. Hines moving up on the inside. The third. Kelly Kaltenbaugh. Joe Ullman. Dave Hines. going in the pit. Kelly Cottonball, hold on to that lead. Joe Ullman still in second. Mike Himes third. John Ramser fourth. Tom Early fifth. Terry Hinkle in sixth. Jeff Ziegler going in the pit. White flag out. White flag is out. Checker flag at hand for Kelly Cottonball, and Joe Ullman, Mike Himes, John Ramser, Tom Early, Terry Hinkle.
Ron James' car, but Kelly Cottonball gets the checkered flag. Kelly Cottonball. I believe this is Kelly's first appearance at Mid-Vid Speedway this year. Your Army Naval Clubs of Philadelphia and Yorksville remind you that they are your oldest veterans club in America. They have home cooked meals available. They invite you to stop and enjoy the fastest growing organization around today. Your Army Naval Club. Army Naval Club located in Philadelphia and in Yorksville. Good hand for Kelly Cottonball.
Kelly's first checker flag of the season. The car's won 2 other checker flags with Ron Dagg as his driver. All right, here we go. Glenn Jewell, Mark McGrath, bringing him in. Mark McGrath and Glenn Jewell hooked there together.
We'll do a complete restart on that race. And it's number 64, Glenn Jewell, and number 66, Mark McGrath, angle, and caused a major traffic jam at turn number 2.
No, man, we should get. They got 38 free entries. I still look for like that. We got people 35 of them. Everybody's strong.
Wes Wilson ain't, is he?
Yeah.
33 is? Did you run a copy off for me?
I forgot about it. You can just go ahead. I wanted to keep that one anyway, put the other guy's names on it. So I'll have it for you by Wednesday. I'll go ahead and copy off my dad.
Now, if any quarter down burger, make sure you get that list out.
Yeah.
Because they're good.
Is it on okay now?
Yeah, it's fine. Play record. All right, here we go. Glenn Jewell, Mark McGrath, bringing them in. And Rich Schweitzer, Roger Leiter, Mike Dawson, Kenny Carroll, Farmer Smith, Wes Calvert, and Harold Cole. Roger Leiter moved up on the outside of Mark McGrath. Still, Glenn Jewell. Mark McGrath holding down second. Roger Leiter third. Kenny Carroll moving to that 4th spot. Schweitzer still holding him off though. Schweitzer still in 4th, Carroll in 5th. halfway in, halfway in. Glenn Jewell, Roger Liners, Mark McGrath, Rich Schweitzer, Kenny Carroll. Black flagging. Glenn Jewell puts Liner in the lead. At the white flag in hand. Going out to Roger Liners. Mark McGrath still in second. Schweitzer third. Carroll in that fourth spot. And Galbraith breathing down Carroll's back bumper. Here comes your winner, Roger Liners. Your battle for fourth. Then McGrath. Schweitzer, Carroll, Galbraith, Dawson, Smith, and Cool. Liner wins his 7th checker flag of the season, but he hasn't been able to win that big one yet, the feature. These have all been preliminaries.
Roger Liners in his car sponsored by Nice Tire and Dairy Queen. Wins the checkered flag tonight. Speaking of Nice Tire of Yorksville, they are your Uniworld dealer. And of course, Dairy Queen now with 3 locations in Dover, New Philadelphia, and Yorksville. In the land of Dairy Queen, we treat you right. Stop by at any of your Dairy Queen locations for a refreshing treat or good brace your food too. Big hand for Roger Liners.
Roger Liners, your fast heat winner in the late model division.
3 stocks coming on right now for their heat races. Car number 7, Steve Sullivan, College Disney. Number 27, from New Philly, is K.C. Knight. Number 55 for New Philly, Larry Richardson.
I'll go grab the white tea.
Number 13 is Bill Silverman of New Philly. 53, Kenny Booth. checkered flag.
You hear who's in there? You hear who's in there?
All right, old Wild Bill. He got his name on it, he bought it.
Bill Kilterman usually drives it.
Oh.
So Bill
Don't
Vinegar
get all
takes the
excited
checkered
here.
flag at number 38. Bring you up to date on the Brightwood late model point standings here. In first place, leading with a total number of points, 335, Ken Carroll. Second with 293 and 1/2 points is Roger Leiter. Third is Harold Toole with 278. Mike Dawson is fourth with 223, and Tom Smith fifth with 185. Big hand for Bill Vinegar. Dan Beatty coming out at number 75, number 24.
So I would say he's probably going to get to about 2,200.
In number 30. number 1, Jim McCormick from Midvale. Sister Melissa Shotwell came in third in that race. M&M Racing is Jim's sponsor.
All right, here we go. David Himes at 166, Mark McGrath at 66. Rich Schweitzer in 10, Roger Leiter in 670. Mike Dawson in 88. Kenny Carroll in 5:50. Farmer Smith is 7 up. Glenn Jules, new time. He's the third fastest qualifier now. He's 64. Then Wes Galbraith in 98 and 6 Harold Cole. Green's out. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Restart. Himes, McGrath, Schweitzer, Reinert, Dawson, Carroll, Smith, Jewell, Galbraith, and Cole. Here we go. Mark McGrath getting underneath David Himes. Out. Mike Dawson is out. It's Mark McGrath, Rich Schweitzer, Roger Leonard, Kenny Carroll, Farmer Smith, Glenn Jules, Wes Galbraith, and Harold Cole. Schweitzer getting down the inside of McGrath. Mark's out. Halfway coming up right now, halfway. Oh boy, Kenny Carroll bumps old Roger Leiter, but backs her off. Now he's down the inside of him. Still Schweitzer, Kenny Carroll, Roger Leiter battle out that second spot. Wes Galbraith's out now. Schweitzer, your leader. Kenny Carroll in second. Farmer Smith third. White flag in hand. Schweitzer still your leader down the backstretch. Kenny Carroll in second. Farmer Smith third. Out of turn 4. Schweitzer, Kenny Carroll, Farmer Smith, Glenn Jewell, and Harold Cool. That's Rich's 4th checker flag of the season. He's driving that car. On the name on the top of the car is Larry Clay. He must own it. Yep, the car is owned by Larry Clay, but Rich Schweitzer's driving, and he's doing one heck of a job this year.
Want to remind you of one of our brand new sponsors here, Credit Thrift. We loan money for any reason.
Yeah, right.
There are 4 locations: Dover to Philadelphia, Urickville, and Coshocton. The Credit Thrift people are the money people, so stop in and see them if you need to make any sort of purchase, appliances, cars, whatever. They have the money to lend you. Credit Thrift. Big hand for Rich Schweitzer in car number 10.
Hey, Chris.
Pursuit race in our
Here you go.
street stock division. Bill Whitaker is number 38.
Hey, Roger.
Car number 40, Randy Wright.
Yeah. Roger.
Here this year, he's Roger. 75, James Beatty. Matt Criminal, number
Big Crystal.
24. Silver Warwick.
I don't like to see that.
McCormick was eliminated before the race was over. Walker does win it. Walker coming around to give his checkered flag back to red pressure. Washoe and Banjo Excavating. Couple of Kevin sponsors down Summerdale Way. We'll be featuring our pursuit race for our Super Late next. Number 63 is Tom Sidless. Number 85, we have Phil Vino. Number 68, Mark Carlin, driving that car tonight. 7 is Chris Cooper.
Waiting on a few more cars, I think. Brian Volk's on the pole right now, though, in 62. Phil Vino in 85, and Bob Sibla. And after Bob is Mark Bowen. 7's Rich Rohr. 80, Dino Long, and Mark Malcolm in 70. But I guess we're going to run 7. We got a green. Mark Bowen going hard in 1. He's out. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. He might get his spot back. Both going to bring them in. Here we go. Brian Volk, Phil Vino, Bob Sibla. Mark Bowen, Rich Rohr, Dino Long, Mark Malcolm. Trying to get out inside of Brian. These guys compete at Canton every week. Rich Rohr going high, trying to get past Mark Bowen. Dino Long is out. Brian Volk, Phil Vino, Bob Sibla, Mark Bowen in there. Rich Rohr. Rich Rohr just eliminates Mark Bowen. Phil Vino down the inside. He gets Brian Volk. run. He's out. There's 3 cars left. Phil Vino, 85. Rich Rohr, 7. Mark Laughlin, 70. White flag out for Phil Vino. Checker flag in hand by Eddie Warmack. For Phil Vino, Rich Rohr, and Mark Malklin. Phil's got that car really motoring tonight. That's Phil's second checker flag of the night and third of the season.
Phil Vino, number 85. Big hand for Phil Vino as he comes around. Don't forget, the Cozy Corner Restaurant and Quilting Creations in Bolivar are 2 places you should make a point to stop at. Next time you're up in the Bolivar area for a great meal, try the Cozy Corner Restaurant. And for a charming look at quilts, Quilting Creations of Bolivar. Phil Vino with the checkered flag. Next week.
Yeah, back to you. Da 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 da. Let's go outside and stay up there. Let's have to go outside. We have to go outside. Yeah.
7:30. Don't perform for fun and excitement. Saturday night racing at Canton Speedway in Canton. Once again, time trials at 5:30. Racing at 7:30 at Canton Speedway.
Dino Long, 70, Mark Malklin, 78, Larry McMillan, and number 8, Jack Johnson. Mark them down. Yep. Cross and Brian Volk going to bring him in. Here we go. Green's out. Brian Volk, your leader. Bob Simmons, number 63, is in second. Richie Rohr in third, Neil Long fourth. Mark Malklin fifth, Phil Vino sixth, Mark Bowen seventh. It's Brian Volk 62, Bob Simmel 63, Rich Rohr in 7, Neil Long in 8. Richie going high. He passes Bob Simmel going for the lead with Brian Volk. Richie Rohr, your leader. Brian Volk in second. Simmel third. Nino Long, Mark Malklin tied for fourth. third. Then Mark Michael fourth. Dino Long fifth. Bill Vino sixth. Mark Bowen in seventh. Richie Roar, Brian Volk, Bob Silva, Mark Mockwood now in fourth. Got about a whole turn lead now on the group, with Brian Volk in second, Sibler third, Mark Malcolm fourth. Mark Malcolm moving down the inside of Sibler. Halfway in. Mark Malcolm disposed of Sibler and Volk in a one turn. Now can Rich Roar hang on? Second. Sibler in third. Rich Roar, Mark Malcolm, Bob Sibler, Brian Volk, Dino Long, Mark Bowen, Bill Vino. Bob Sibler, Brian Volk, Dino Long. Gonna pull out the white flag next time by. Traffic's clear for Rich Roar. White flag's out. Mark Malcolm in second. Bob Sibler third. Richie Roar wins it. Mark Malcolm Conklin second. Bob Sibble will finish third. Then Brian Boak, Dino Long, Mark Bowen, and Phil Vino on the lead lap.
Rich Rowan getting his second feature win of the year. Martin Alford just couldn't catch up to him.
Too bad I
So
didn't
Richie
win
Rowan
my
winning for the second time this year in the feature. In the Chevrolet model division of Midvale in the 200 American cars. This will be the ticket finish race, folks.
Pick up the telephone.
Richie Roar in the Esper Beverage Miller Highlight Fire.
Richie Roar, your Super Late Model feature winner, his second feature win of the season.